Let's talk about allocation of resources first. The question that comes in my mind is what to produce. Suppose I have a resource pool. This is my resource pool. By resource pool, I mean the entire resources in your economy. When I say resources, I mean land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. So every resource, each and every resource lies in this pool. The question is what to produce using these resources. Great. For example, I want to produce cars, or should I produce butter? Which one should I choose? Should I produce tools and equipments, or should I produce something like bread, butter? Now, this question requires an answer. The answer depends on data, on commodities which are in great demand. Anything that is in great demand, suppose in your economy, the cars are in great demand. So you're going to produce cars using this resource pool. Secondly, you need data on the prospective buyers, their age group, their income levels, their spending habits, etc. Suppose people in your economy belong to a very high income level group. So you're going to produce luxurious cars. And if people in your economy belong to lower middle class group who can only afford 1 lakh to 1,50,000 for a car, you're going to produce cars accordingly. I hope you're getting my point. Next thing is choice of technique. Generally, every country faces a choice between two types of techniques, labor-intensive technique and capital-intensive technique. Now, every country has to make a choice which one to choose. Now, the question depends on a lot of factors. We're going to see all those factors, but we just need to keep one thing in mind, that a capital intensive technique has a high investment cost because you need to buy all those machines, right? And a low operating cost. Once those machines are put into work, then you just need to check their maintenance, etc., etc. So it's a low in operating cost. On the other hand, labor intensive technology has a very high operating cost. The management cost, etc., requires a lot, the human resource, everything and all that. Whereas it has low investment cost. So which method to employ, labor intensive or capital intensive? Depends on a lot of things. First, data on price of labor and capital. When I say price of labor, I mean wages. When I say price of capital, I mean interest rate. So suppose you're borrowing capital, you need to pay interest rate. So that is the price you're paying. Similarly, if you're hiring a labor, you need to pay wages. Second thing you need to know is the data on availability of resources. Whether you have that much of capital so that you can produce something out of it, whether you have that much of labor so that you can utilize it or not. Another way, which one of the two, labor and capital, which one of the two is in abundance? There are various countries in which labor is in abundance, for example, India. On the other hand, there are countries, for example, America, where capital is in abundance. So you need to know the data on availability of resources. Clear? Next, data on cost and quantum of production is then taken care of. So suppose you have wages to be given to the labor and you're hiring this much of the labor, and this is the total cost that you're going to find, and this is the level of production you're going to make. And keeping this in mind, keeping cost in mind, keeping production in mind, keeping revenue in mind, you see a profit margin. Similarly, you take care of the capital. So suppose you invest a particular amount, invest a particular amount, this is the total cost that you're going to face. This is the quantity you're going to produce. You take care of the profit margin, you calculate it, and then you compare these two. Out of the two, least cost combination is then selected. The one which gives you highest profit at least cost is the one you choose. This is all we are talking about. So two things are over: allocation of resources, choice of technique. Third one is the distribution of output. We have three types of economies basically: capitalist economy, socialist economy, and mixed economy. A capitalist economy is the one where market forces play the major role. In a socialist economy, welfare is taken care of and the government takes a major role. In the mixed economy, we have both. We have public and private sector, we have market forces as well as the welfare motive of the government. Right? So distribution of output, especially in mixed economy, takes place through rationing. We collect data on food habits, nutritive capacity of the commodity, etc. So first you take this: what kind of people, which category of people consume which type of food, right? And what are the nutritive capacity, nutrients involved in that particular food. Clear? We also take care of the data on availability of the product, whether that product is available in that particular area. We take care of the population below poverty level, requirement of food at each district or village level. Once this is taken care of, the data is all there with you: how many people are there in which village, etc., etc. You produce accordingly and then you distribute food accordingly. It's simple. Now let's come to statistics and economic planning. Economic planning means any scheme of coordinated action to be undertaken by whom? By the government. The government is going to take this coordinated action to attain certain desired goals such as rapid economic growth, equitable distribution of income, price stability, fuller utilization of resources, etc. So these are the four goals that government take care of. And to fulfill these four goals, government does economic planning. For planning, we need data. So that is how they are linked. In a country like India, generally government does planning at various levels: district level, state level, and at the center level. Does planning and lays target. Now targets are based on what? Targets are based on data on availability of resources. See, you can only lay a particular target if you know the availability of resources. You cannot just lay a very high targets which you know you cannot achieve. Secondly, targets are fixed in the light of the previous achievements of the various sectors. So how much previously a sector could attain, based on that a new target is given to that. So suppose last year agriculture could grow at the rate of 6.5%. So this year we can project that this sector should grow at the rate of 7% or something. Next, the major goal is to step up the rate of growth of national output. The overall idea is to increase the rate of growth of national output. Now let's see, if there is agriculture and we want to step up the rate of growth of national output from the agriculture sector, we need data on the amount of available land. We need data on the utilization of land for cultivation, amount of irrigation, fertilizer use, etc., etc. Once the data is collected, we are going to lay our next target, right? And then we are going to see how much of the growth has taken place. Similarly, if there is industrial sector, the data on demand for various industrial products taken care of, existing capacity utilization is calculated, and then new targets are laid. I hope you've got this. So, if I conclude it, economic planning without statistics is like a ship without radar and compass. So this is all with this lecture, the first lecture. I hope you liked it. If there are any recommendations, you can always mail me. And please do the exercise that are being attached with this lecture, all right? And if you want extra assistance to reevaluate, you can always connect with me. Thank you so much. See you soon. Okay, welcome to the MCQ section, multiple choice questions. The questions are not going to be very tough. They are going to be very, not like very easy, but yeah, just to have a clarity in your mind that you have understood what you have studied during this lecture. Question 1. Which among the following is not an economic activity? Now I'm going to show you 4 options. You can pause the video, look for the right answer, then unpause it, and I'm going to give you the right answer. Let's go ahead. Okay, I hope you're ready for the answer. All of the above for sure. Next question. Statistics is derived from Latin word status, Italian word statista, Hindi word jansankhya, and none of the above. And the right answer is A. Next, statistics cannot study individual facts. I request you to pause the video and then unpause it for the right answer. The term statistics is used as singular and plural both. Economic activities are performed for the following: money and income. Statistics can be misused because results can be manipulated. Statistics helps to simplify the complex data. Statistics does not study qualitative data. Which of the following is not a statement in statistics? Now this one you need to be a little careful. In option A, the sale of firm A has gone up from 4.38 lakhs to 4.77 lakhs. So there's a upsurge and there's a comparison. Second, also there is a comparison for both years. Option D, Ram got 12% more marks than Sham. Again, a comparison. Option C, the production of wheat has increased. Yes, but by how much? So that is why this is the right answer. Subject matter of economics can be summarized as all of the above. Statistics in plural sense is defined as both A and C. Which of the following is a non-economic activity? A. Using up of goods and services for direct satisfaction of individual and collective wants. Or B. Demonstration and rallies. Or C. Or D. B. Next question. Identify the function of statistics, whether supply affects the price. This one is very important. C. Read the question carefully. It's a relationship between price and supply, so the answer could be A, statistics studies relationship. But the statement says whether supply affects the price. It means you are testing it. And after testing, you're going to formulate the relationship or the theory. So the correct answer is C. Sequence of stages involved in statistics. This is pretty easy. Just pause the video and come back for the answer. Collection, organization, presentation, analysis, and interpretation of data. That's all for the MCQ section. Thank you so much. We look forward for you in our next lecture.